strawweight division has been put on ice. You have to admit, like strawweight division has been very dormant, docile, if you will. But I think that Tabatha Ricci has been the one person who's kind of storming up these divisions or up the rankings of this division, but it's in a little bit of a controversial way. Is it strange to you that Yan Xiaonan is a minus 215 favorite against Ricci, given the way that she just lost her last fight to the champ, Zhang Weili?
I do. Yeah, I'm with you, Derek. I thought it was very strange to see. I think it does go a lot to the opponent that she's going to be fighting, though, right? Tabatha Ricci, as good as she is in the media's eyes and in the sphere of what MMA is right now, skill-wise, I don't think they match up too well right here.
Yeah, I mean, Ricci, marketable, UFC's pushing, right? Has all of the intangibles behind it. Very, very solid fighter. But if you have to take a look, like realistically, man, last 2 wins, very, very kind of controversial. Angela Hill, so I'll just say this, outstruck in both of her last 2 wins and still won the fight, which normally you land more punches, you win the fight, right? But takedowns, control, that does matter to a degree in this day and age, right? Yan Xiaonan, on the other hand, if you look at the 3 losses she has in her last 5, Weili, you got taken down and controlled. Marina Rodriguez, I think you got taken down and controlled on that one too. Carla Esparza, we know how that one went. You definitely got taken down and just absolutely controlled, right? So we're seeing there's one major flaw with Yan Xiaonan, and it's the takedown defense. She's 35 years old, AJ. So this might be the last grasp at sticking around in that top 2, 3, 4, 5-ish range. And let's just kind of pull up the numbers right here. Major advantages for her in height, slight reach advantage. I don't like the age, especially in this weight class. But if you look at everything else, man, I mean, similar numbers when it comes down to significant strikes. Takedown average, she will get a takedown here, but Ricci, we know that that's her game. And at the end of the day, man, I just think that experience is going to come into play for this matchup. So talk to me a little bit more, because if I go back to what the opening odd was on this one, again, you'll see minus 215 for Yan Xiaonan. Looking at the current odd, minus 195, crept down a little bit, plus 165 comeback for Ricci. So Ricci gets the takedown, she controls, she probably wins. But if she doesn't, I see massive problems happening on the feet. What do you think?
Absolutely, Derek, especially because the way Ricci likes to enter in to get her grapples, it's frantic. It's at a frantic pace. That's what she needs to close down that distance. And she's going to be undersized in this one, under strength. And like I said, man, I think Yan Xiaonan is the faster fighter in this fight right here. The hands, the foot speed, everything besides the takedowns has Yan Xiaonan's a favorite going for this one, right? But if Ricci is able to get in there and control Yan, that's one of the biggest flaws we've seen, right? Yan is really good when she's on top, when she's controlling, when she's the one putting the moves into place to be able to put the fighter in danger. But Ricci, she has a sneaky way of being able to get on the inside. I think Yan is able to exploit that, is with the chaos that Tabatha Ricci brings. But it's all going to be in how Yan uses that counter blitz, right? When she sees Tabatha Ricci coming in, can Yan piece her up and then dip right back out before getting grabbed and taken down? That's the big question for me.
That's the key, right? Before getting grabbed. The reality is Yan Xiaonan needs to not play with fire like she did against Weili. You know, she got the first takedown in that fight against Weili. She took her down. She controlled her, right? But then Weili was able to grab her, put her up against the cage, and use her judo. Ricci has sick judo and jiu-jitsu right here, so that's where it could totally become problematic. But what we need to see is a repeat of the Jessica Andrade fight with Xiaonan, the repeat of the Mackenzie Dern fight. And that's my question to you right here, man. Over, under on takedowns for Tabatha Ricci in this fight.
I'm thinking 3, and I might even take the over, Derek.
Did you know, statistically, Yan Xiaonan in every one of her last 3 losses was taken down at least 2 times. So the odds are, if Ricci takes her down 2 times, she might win the fight. All I'm saying here is that if Yan Xiaonan can stay disciplined, stay on her feet, massive implications here in terms of that plus 450 TKO. But as you can see, the odds makers are favoring minus 125 for the decision, which I really like. You can't be mad at a decision right here. And of course, AJ, when we take a look at the odds right here, we can pull up the fight odds, and you can see that 2.5. Minus 470. God damn, that's steep. That's very steep. I wouldn't bet that, but of course, that is something that you want to take into consideration. So, any other thoughts on this for Yan Xiaonan? I think experience is the number one thing that makes her the favorite, the rightful favorite. But are you betting her at this price?
No, Derek. No. Oh, well, at the minus 190. Yes, I am. But with that over, I'm with you. Not one bit am I touching that. I like Yan at the minus 190 money line, especially like we were saying before, folks. If this is a little too one-sided, or you're too scared of the threat of Tabatha Ricci, because it is a big threat going forward with the takedowns, put her in a parlay. Makes all the sense to me.
That's what I was gonna say, man. She's the parlay queen for us this week right here. So Yan Xiaonan, that is the pick. I like it over 4.5 or over 2.5 rounds by decision. That's what I like. All right, let's take it.